Yeah, so, the more I've been thinking about this, everything that's happening is actually like perfect. It's what needed to happen. What's been happening the last few years is basically forcing people to make the changes they needed to make. And that could be something like if you have your kids in government schools, or really any schools, you should get them out. And a lot of people are starting to realize that now. Like I've heard there's like millions of people in the US who are all homeschooling now. Homeschooling's okay, it's better than government school or even private school, but still better to do unschooling, but people might get there at some point. Let's go over here, Lucy. And people had to stop using government money. And I think what's going on with these CBDCs and with the hyperinflation that's going to happen is that it's going to force most people into using something like Monero. And because the government's going to be tracking everything, and the only way to survive and have a currency will be like Monero and Pirate Chain. So, like, this is such a amazing time that people are being basically forced into doing the right thing. And, a lot of people thought, the government was there to help them. A lot of people thought the mainstream media was giving them real information. And now they know, most people know that it's not. It's all propaganda, and the government is their biggest enemy. A lot of people are figuring that out. There's probably been more anarchists made in the last 3 years than ever before in human history. I'd say easily. All the Canadian truckers, they might not even know what the word anarchist really means. Just means no rulers, which means freedom. It's against slavery, basically. Statism is slavery. And the Netherlands farmers, they probably were just going along, paying their taxes, voting, and now they're like, okay, we got to get rid of all this stuff. And there's literally tens of millions or hundreds of millions of people. This has been the greatest thing that could have ever happened. And it's what I said was kind of the case, is as this system dies, and it is dying, it will get more and more crazy. And all that will do is push people more and more against the system. And then the system will collapse. And that's all happening. Now, how it happens, that's the tricky part, right? Like, could be 5 years, could be 10 years, could be 20 years, I hope not. Could be 2 months, probably not, but it could be. But once everything starts collapsing, and it is, the economy is going to be collapsing in most places. The financial system is going to be collapsing. The monetary system with fiat currency is going to be collapsing. And we have all the alternatives already there. And all people need to do is realize that and start using them. And but people trusted like the medical system, their doctors. We're going to get into that. So people are catching on to all this. Like, this is the most amazing thing that's ever happened. It's basically what I've been waiting for. But you have to survive through it. And we still got a ways to go here. They're not going to stop. They've gone too far now to stop. They know at this point, if they stop, they'll end up basically in jail or hung. I know it sounds crazy, but it's true.